Please go ahead. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. We are indeed pleased and happy to welcome each one of you for the 110th session of the Deccan Positive Mental Health Group. And the topic for today's session is sleep and your happy life. I would like to welcome each one of you and our honorable resource person for the day, Dr. Padmakshi Lokesh, who's a clinical psychologist. And this is on behalf of the different organizers of the Deccan Positive Mental Health team, which has Manasa Shubhakara Mindcare Hyderabad in association with the Yellow Pond Counseling Center India, Forest Creative Arts Studio Punjab, Sri Deepthi Counseling Center Hyderabad, Clover Learning Center Hyderabad, Shrisha Counseling Center Kozhikode, and Mindstyle Hub of Kolkata. And for an introduction to our resource person, we have Dr. Padmakshi Lokesh, who is a clinical psychologist. A brief profile regarding her. She's a doctor, a clinical psychologist, an educationist, stress management specialist, and a personality development trainer with 15 plus years of experience. Her motto for life is nothing venture, nothing gain. Regarding her work experience, she's been a CEO of Smiles in Miles, Sim Events, SmartU, Sneha, Mano Vikasa Kendra, Sejal New Life Foundation, Annie Besant Convent Trust. She's also been worked as an additional secretary of the Global HRD Bangalore chapter. She's been a board member of the Women's Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Health and Fitness Council Karnataka chapter. She's worked as an external committee member at Anti-Sexual Harassment Cell, RR Institute of Technology, and Vivekananda Institute of Technology. Subject matter specialist on many television channels and radio programs. She's won many awards and recognitions to her credit, and some of them are Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Award from the Government of India Ministry of HRD, Nadaprabhu Kempegowda Award 2018 by the Government of Karnataka, Sun Pure Super Woman Award by Sun Pure India, South Indian Women Achievers Award, one of the top 100 inspirational educators of India recognition 2021. Iconic Women Changing Lives 2020 by Women Economic Forum, Women of Substance Award recognition from Harvard University in association with MT University, Outstanding Women Leader of Karnataka, a national award, Future Women Leader Award, and this is also a national award, Vaidya Ratna by Karnataka Samskruti Academy, Women of Excellence Award. These are some of the awards that ma'am has won. Apart from that, Young Women Achievers Award, Veera Vanitha Ubbava Award, Chuncha Shri Mahila Prashasti Award. Some of them. Our future plans to extend our operations globally to provide mental health services to most needed sections of the society to promote talents in various fields. Vision, a person with a vision to give back to society. We're really happy to have you and extending a warm welcome once again to you, ma'am. So the floor is yours. Over to you. Thank you so much once again for being here.
Thank you, ma'am. At the first and foremost, I would like to say good evening to all of you. And second, thanks to Sunanda Ravi, ma'am, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. And the third thing is, I'm feeling very extremely young and happy because as soon as I entered, I think it's Dinakar sir who just said, "You're too young to give a session." So probably I'll not sleep tonight after listening to this. Sir, thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Thank you. And as soon as I entered, somebody said, I was looking forward to Friday 6:30. That was like, wow. And I have so many hands and I'm pretty happy about it. 110 sessions, Deccan Positive Health from Hyderabad and Punjab and some Kozhikode and everybody, everywhere. Amazing. And I'm like so impressed by this because the commitment you all have towards attending it and the commitment they have even towards providing information, connecting with people, it's not easy. So hats off to this whole Deccan Positive Health team. Ma'am, super. Wonderful. When sir said What are you going to talk? You're too young for it. I'm so happy. Trust me. I'm like flying today. This is what the beauty of life is. When you start giving compliments to the other person, that's when they start feeling very, very happy. So sometimes it can spoil their sleep, or sometimes they'll sleep comfortably too. So both the pendulum can move both the sides. I would have to start say, I dare tell all of you not to sleep now, because I'll be talking to you about sleep so that you listen about sleeping and sleep comfortably in the night. That's most important. If I have to tell you, I was smiling now, and I'll tell you something really very, very serious. 92% of the world's population are sleep deprived. 92.
God.
8%, I don't know whether they told the truth or not. So you don't even have the idea about it. There are wonderful doctors here. There's so many highly educated people, high thinking people. So it is not that you don't know anything. You are all the gold. You all know everything. Maybe somewhere down the lane we are not following it. And I'm a goldsmith. I believe very strongly in that. I'm only going to polish the wonderful gold sitting in front of me and go. That's all. So when 92% is sleep deprived, what are we talking about? Well, you just need to sleep, man. That's all. It's a quite easy thing to say. Just go sleep. But 92%, they can be categorized and mild, moderate, severe. Severity is very high among the youngsters. The elder generation, I don't want to say the older generation, the elder generation are sleeping comfortably. If I have to ask you all are really sleeping pretty well. Good. I appreciate that. With wonderful friends like this, where you all look forward to meet on a Friday evening at 6:30 with a coffee glass in your hand. Wow, you have really done a great job for life. But still, I'm talking to you about sleep and you and your life, because it's not for you. Let's not be selfish. It's for those people in your house who are not sleeping. It's those people around you who are not sleeping. It can be your grandchildren, it can be your children, it can be anybody, your colleagues, your friends. If you many of you can be working in Rotary, many of you can be in Lions, in different what do you say, organizations, your own organization like this, Deccan Positive Health place. In all these places, the one thing is you all are sleeping comfortably, but what about the others? Maybe we all need to work together for that. And for that process, the name itself is amazing. You're doing a great job. I would like to congratulate you for that. Thank you. Please keep doing this, because I tell people we'll all rest in peace one day. We'll all rest in peace one day. But before that, we need to live in peace. For living in peace, we need to sleep in peace. For sleeping in peace, we need to have the most satisfied life. So, when we know the ultimate, let's not bother about it. At least till the day I reach the ultimate, let me have a happy life. How is that going to happen? With wonderful friends and memories for life. Now let's come to sleep. How will your dreams come true? There are so many people say, get up from your sleep, man, start working. I'm a ulta person. I'm a little rebel. I'm saying, come on, first go to sleep. Sleep, man, sleep. First sleep, 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 sleep. If I have to tell you, why is she talking so much about sleep? I have now statistics to tell you. I don't want to scare, but I want to tell it to you. The 92% of the sleep deprived people, they have immunocompromised states. Means they are prone to infections very fast because they did not sleep comfortably. And if you are sleep deprived, if we, you, me, anybody are sleep deprived, the first thing which happens is our mental health is completely disturbed. Mental health. And then what? What about the mental health? Concentration comes down. Our attention comes down. Memory goes for a full toss. There are times you'll be like, oh, where did I keep it? I can't even remember. Where did I do that? What happened? I'm not able to concentrate. So all these things happen because of sleep deprivation. Now, to understand what is sleep, I'm sure you all know that. That is something we all need to sleep comfortably at our own house. I tell people, sleep in your own houses. That's very important. Sleep at a particular time. That's very important. We need to sleep 6 to 8 hours a day. This is a question generally people ask me in any session. How many hours do we sleep? Hey, what if I just work and I don't sleep? Please don't discount the effect of sleep on your body. There are so many people who will say, "Hey, it's okay. I can sleep. I can be awake till 1:30. I'll get up at 4 o'clock." There are people who do that. 3 o'clock, good night. 3:30, good night. 3:45, good night. 4 o'clock, good night. 5:41, good morning. My point is, when do you sleep? And they tell the world, you need to, and they send Gyan. You need to sleep on time. Your life has to be beautiful. So sleep very well. My question is it Gyan only to spread? I don't know. So before spreading, why don't we follow? I mean, we are all very good in talking, but not in following. So if we don't sleep comfortably, if we don't sleep, let me tell you the stages. What are the different type of sleep issues? We as individual go to bed, and within the first 20 minutes, yes, sir, you have raised a hand. Sure, all questions will be answered probably after the talk. We go to bed, and if you don't be able to sleep within the first, is it? The question is the meeting started? Yes, sir. We all are talking. Join us. And within the first 20 minutes, you're not able to sleep. Maximum 30 minutes. I go to sleep at 10 o'clock, and if I'm not able to sleep by 10:30, that means there is a sleep problem. Second sleep problem. As an individual, they go to sleep, but once I get up, no, I can't even go back to sleep. This is what many people tell me. I sleep at 9 o'clock, I sleep at 10 o'clock, but once I wake up at 2 o'clock, I'll not be able to sleep. I'll not be able to go back to sleep. So after that, they'll not be able to sleep. That's another type. Falling asleep or immediately getting up after some point of time. This is the second one. Third one. I go to sleep, but I keep getting up in the middle. Every 2 hours, 3 hours, I just get up. I go to the restroom and I come back, and then for 5-10 minutes, I'm just moving around in the bed, and then I go back to sleep. That's the third one. There is sleep disturbance. The fourth one. I sleep for 6 hours, 7 hours, but I still feel very irritated, agitated. I want to go back to sleep and all that stuff. That's the fourth thing. These are the four categories of sleep deprivation. Or there are people who are really wonderful who just go to bed and sleep for 10 hours and they'll still say they want to sleep. God bless them. I am not here to talk about them. They are like next to God. So we'll leave them like that way. But we'll try to address these four categories. So this is sleep deprivation. Type 1, you'll not be able to, I'm repeating it for the benefit of everybody. Type 1, where you'll not be able to sleep immediately. Second one, you go to bed and then once you get up, you'll not be able to sleep back again. Third one, you keep waking up in the middle. The fourth one is even if you sleep continuously for 6 to 7 hours, still next day morning, I'm not very fresh. There's a question. Some say even 3 hours of sleep is enough. It's basically some of the bodies would have got used to it. And then these people sleep in the morning hours for compensation. But actually, only 3 hours is not enough. Okay. And this is what I would tell about the categorization of sleep issues. So what happens during sleep? Why are we talking so much about sleep? When we sleep comfortably, when we individuals sleep comfortably, the severe and the most severest pains in the body is also vanishing because the body relaxes in such a way that the deep pains also get cured. The deep pains also get cured. You will be realizing it. There are times when there's a marriage in your house, we don't sleep, or there is a problem in the house, we don't sleep. So in both the extreme emotions, extreme happiness, extreme sadness, we'll not be able to sleep. So that's about sleep. And then I was telling you, you have to feel very satisfied, very relaxed to sleep. See, once we sleep, when you have too much of body pain after a very hard work, you sleep comfortably and you get up the next day morning, you will feel very fresh. You can tell somebody, oh man, you're shining and things like that. That's because they have slept very, very comfortably. That's very important. So somebody has a question. I sleep sound, wake up early, but don't feel like getting up. Yeah, Okay, maybe that is also another issue. You sleep comfortably, and it depends the number of hours you're sleeping. Maybe that amount of sleep is not enough for you. So, or or the comfort zone of your bed and your house is so very good that you don't feel like getting up. Even that could also be a thing. Maybe you have to sit and discuss about it. So, as mentioned, when we go to bed and we sleep comfortably, there is a hormone called melatonin. A hormone called melatonin, which will be secreted in the brain. It's secreted in the brain. Let me tell you clearly, this hormone will not be secreted during the daytime. There are people who say, I will sleep. If I skip my sleep in the night, I'll go to office and sleep, I'll go to college and sleep, or I'll sleep in the morning. No. This hormone is called a dark hormone, which will be secreted during the night hours only. So that's why we constantly tell people, please don't discount the effect of sleep on your body. Sleep comfortably during the night. So this melatonin on the body is actually very, very positive hormone. It increases the immunity. It gives good relaxation. And then the skin gets better. The thought process gets better. All these things get better. If sleep is not happened properly, individuals will have digestive problems. They'll have severe gastritis. There are patients who have complained that I don't even feel like passing stools comfortably, or there is no digestion which has happened comfortably. That's all because of things related to the sleep. And then also, if they don't sleep comfortably, the biggest thing which we can actually see is diabetes. Diabetes is related to lifestyle. We are seeing diabetes in youngsters also because of the change in sleep patterns, because of the stress on their body. I think 6 hours of deep sleep is required. 6 to 7 hours, 6 to 8 hours is definitely required, sir. I totally agree with you. Dr. Ven, thanks, Dr. Ashish, sir, for that info. Dr. Venugopal says Modi says he sleeps 3.5 to 4 hours. His physical health and mental health are superb. He did not fall sick in the past 23 years. He did not contract COVID. But all of us are not Modi ji. If you sleep only for just 3.5 hours or 4 hours a day, next day your performance is going to get hampered in such a way. 2 days later, we'll all fall ill. Maybe he's designed in such a way, or his body has pretty got used to it. And there are few people, very, very few people across the globe that they require very less sleep hours, minimum 4 to 5 hours. That's all, very, very less people. But otherwise, our body is structured and designed in such a way. If you don't sleep for 6 to 8 hours, it has a major problem. It's very comfortable when we say somebody doesn't sleep, they sleep only for 3 to 4 hours. I tell people, if that is the case, you please go ahead and sleep for only 3 to 4 hours per day. One day, second day, third day, it has so much of damaging effects on the brain. There are people who have said in studies we have done, in the kind of questionnaires we have seen, they'll say, I don't even remember many things. I'm unable to concentrate. They're so irritable. They'll not be able to communicate. They feel very irritable. They fight with people and all that stuff. These are the deprivation symptoms of sleep. Coming to the physical deprivations, I already told they'll have gastritis, they'll not be able to, there'll be digestion issues, and then the whole body is not relaxed. So they have severe body pains here, there, everywhere. There are people who say, I have severe backache, lower backache, head headache, and things like that. And then also sometimes they have seen variations in the blood pressure because of sleep issues. We have seen obesity in the adults. We have seen obesity in children because of the changes in the hormones like ghrelin and leptin. That sleep affects that hormones too. There is impaired glucose tolerance. So that means people are prone to diabetes and other related disease. There are chances of hypertension, cardiovascular diseases. We have seen people have got used to alcohol. There are people who say, I'm not able to sleep, so I drink and then I sleep. Or there are sometimes people who say, only if I drink, I'll be able to sleep. That's the kind of addictions we have been facing. There is depressed mood with patients. We have also seen anxiety symptoms with people who have not slept properly. It is like a cycle. A patient with depression will not be able to sleep. Also, people with sleep issues can develop depression too. So it is not that we'll not be able to differentiate which came first, either the sleep problem or the depression issues. That's how it is interconnected, so strong interconnections. And patients we have seen with anxiety find it so difficulty to sleep. They'll feel, what happens, what if something happens to me? There are people who have come and told me, ma'am, I wanted to sleep, but somebody told me so many heart attacks happened in the sleep. So after listening to that, I feel I might die out of heart attack. I'm not even able to sleep for 3 days. This is a complaint of a lady who was aged of 32 years, who came to me just 6 months ago. So because the kind of impact people have, when we tell something very good about an individual, they'll not even take it so comfortably. When something negative they hear, it goes to the mind immediately. So she was so disturbed. She said, I cannot even sleep. I'm so disturbed and things like that. So that's how the effect of anxiety is on individuals. And I have to tell you, sleep deprivation can also lead to a lot of different types of addictions. And now because of mobile phones, we cannot say it's because they cannot sleep, they're watching the mobiles, or they're watching the mobiles, or they're not able to sleep. So that is the interconnection we're unable to establish. It's basically what happens. They start watching Netflix or YouTube videos, whatever on the phone. They're so engrossed in that, they'll say, okay, individuals, okay, another 10 minutes. But they'll not even realize the passing of time. So we're so addicted. And it also said that while you're constantly watching the phone, we don't even watch it at quite a distance time. It's such a closest distance. What happens? It affects the eyes too. It affects the eyes. It irritates. There'll be irritation to the eyes. It'll be burning. A lot of problems. But what happens? People will think, oh, it's okay, and all that stuff. When the constantly utilizing mobile phone has led to eye problems, sleep problems, mental health issues. But still, we need to check somebody else's status for minimum 2 hours and then sleep. I had as a patient. He was from IIT uh, Patna. I don't remember exactly. He had come down to meet me. So I asked him, what is your problem? The boy says he must be around 23, 24. He says, I'm not able to sleep. I said, okay, is it? Why? What were you doing the past 3 days? He said, from 3, 4 days, I'm not able to sleep. I asked him, what were you doing? He says, I was Googling how to sleep. So he's just wasting his time. If you tell him, he's like, no, why waste my time sleeping? My professor has told me, be awake all the time. You need to be awake so that you'll be successful in life. People don't even understand actually the inner meaning of words. So he just took it that I have to be awake the whole night so that I'll be successful in life. And that's when later he comes up with things like, how do I sleep? And I was Googling the whole night and things. So that we have to understand the beauty of life is in solitude, it's in solace, it's in silence, and in sleep too. And also one more thing, our beauty life lies in the treatment for life also lies in only two things. One, a 8 hour sleep. Second, a beautiful smile. That is going to solve most of the problems of the world. But what do we do? You see somebody, we have now reached a state like, oh, do I really need to smile at them? Before, smile is free, it costs nothing, you can just smile at anybody, it's going to really generate so much of energy. Even not even electricity will not be able to generate so much energy. But nowadays the children are like, I didn't even feel like smiling at him, ma'am. He was just going. It's so scary. My question is, where are we heading to? Just don't even understand. Sleep is the most cheapest thing. You just need to go home and sleep. And then now they're making it the most expensive thing. We make it expensive by only after we losing it. So once we lose it, you need to go to the doctor, pay them their fees, and then take the medicines, come back and they give the instructions, and then okay, then they put alarms to take the medicines and then sleep. Otherwise, you could just simply go to bed and sleep off. They'll say, if you have a problem, sleep with it. Tomorrow morning, let's look at it. All those things are just completely forgot. Now it's like, oh, what if that happens? What if this happens? When the children ask me this, I'll ask them the question back. What if nothing happens at all? Look at it that way too. So they're not even ready for it. So we have to start changing our lifestyle to make our life better. But the people who I'm sure sitting and watching here, you must be having an amazing life, who sleep on time, sleep peacefully, sleep comfortably, all these things happening. But what if the others, you're facing some problems? I would like to give you few tips only, few. I'm sure you all know it. It is just that we know it and we don't follow it sometimes. So I just want to polish that knowledge of yours and brush it to the surface. That's all. Please go to bed regularly, which we all do. But there's a clause here, at a stipulated time only. That's very, very important. What happens if we decide to go to bed at 10:30? Let it be 10:30 regularly. What happens? There are times when people might sleep at 9:30 one day, 11:30 one day, 1 o'clock one day. Please don't do this, because the body's biological clock, it's called circadian rhythm variation. It varies. I read breathing deeply. There's information coming in. There's also information. Indira Nooyi, former CEO of PepsiCo, sleeps for 4 hours. And that's really wonderful information. Thank you for that. And Johnny sir says, I read breathing deeply. Yes, sir. So I was actually coming to that. I'll tell that in the due course of time. Please sleep on a same time almost, at least with not much of variations, because the body will understand, oh, this is my sleep time. What happens? One day we sleep at 10:30, one day at 1:30, one day at 2:30. The body doesn't know what do I supposed to do. We are confusing the body. That's when a lot of problems come in. And then please don't take work to bed. Please don't do that. Most of them take it to the bed, and then the body doesn't even know this is a bed, is it a sleeping room or the reading room or what it is. So it gets confused, and then finally it says, okay buddy, I'll give up to you only, you sit and read, I'm not sleeping. So don't take work to bed, and don't take your fights to bed too. In Kannada there is a saying, ganda henti jagala undu malgo tanka anta. That means the husband and wife fight happens only till they sleep. So after that it gets better, but now generations it is like it is getting worst once they start going to the bed together. So this is what the lot of things are happening. Don't take your fights to bed, don't take your work to bed, and also don't take your negative thoughts to bed. That's very, very important. If you keep these three things away, you can really sleep comfortably. Right timings is very, very important. And then bed, please, there are people who say very, very soft bed is needed and all. No, a good cotton bed is fine. You can actually sleep on that. If you ask me about there are people who ask me what about the pillow. There are type of questions come in, I'm like, I'm come up with all the answers. Without pillow also is okay. Exactly, don't take mobile phone to bed also. So sleep with people, not with your phones. I'm sure you have people to sleep with, but not the phones. No pillow also is okay, but a very small pillow is always better. And when it comes to, as I already told you, I'm talking to a very intellectual crowd. It's like only brushing your information. Let me read out your info. I think half my job will be done. Temperature writing, exactly. That is going to disturb the sleep. So it's better phone not to be taken, because the blue light which will be emitted by the phone, once you switch off the lights, it's only going to irritate the eyes. That's going to also cause damages to the brain too. Padma madam says everything is fine. How to control our mind from unwanted thoughts? How to control mind from unwanted thoughts? That's quite a huge thing. I'll try to touch on this, and I'm coming back to the sleep process. Uh, what happens is when you go to sleep, as I already told, sleep comfortably. Lighting also is equally important. Make sure half an hour prior to your sleep, you reduce your lighting completely. So your phone has to be minimum 1.5 arm distance, not that you keep it below your pillow and every time just take it out and see it like that. Please don't do that at all. So these are the things which we have to follow. And then keep the room a little warm temperatures. That's what research says. A little warm temperatures, you'll be able to sleep comfortably. Warm doesn't mean hot. I'm not asking you to switch off your ACs and all that stuff. Warm, a little warm. A small blanket on your leg is actually going to make you feel relaxed. Okay, there is something over me. When it comes to a mental attitude, that's when people say, when I'm sleeping with people whom I love a lot, that's when I'll be sleeping comfortably. That is because of the sense of relaxation. You'll feel, my family is there with me. That is the reason children sleep comfortably when their parents are around. So probably sleep with your loved ones, and don't fight with them. If you fight with them, they'll get up from the bed and go, and probably they'll take your sleep away also. So probably that is something which we need to keep a look on. No aerated drinks 3 hours prior to the sleep. There are people who will say, I'll drink coffee at 9 o'clock and I go to sleep and all. No, it doesn't happen that way. if you have caffeine and tea and all that stuff, it disturbs your sleep process because it is more of a stimulatory mechanism than a inhibitory mechanisms. And then alcohol, there are people who say I drink alcohol and sleep. It's definitely not like that at all. If you ask me, don't even drink is what I will say. Many of them will not even like it, but at least reduce your alcohol intake, reduce your cigarette and all the drug addictions and all that stuff. That is always going to have a positive effect on the sleep. And then also there are people who say, what time do I eat and what time do I sleep? Minimum 2.5 hours before you're sleeping, your food has to be taken. In the middle, you want to have mild fruits and all are okay. Example, you're sleeping at 10:30, your dinner has to be over by 8 o'clock, 2.5 hours prior to that. What happens? People want to sleep at 10:30, 10:25, they take their plates to eat. That is not the way of life at all. Because what happens, the quality of food, if you eat and sleep immediately, the main vital nutrients won't be digested at all. It just gets excreted in the food. So there are people who come and say, I eat very well. I don't know what happens, where it goes. It goes in your toilet pipes. Probably the toilet pipe are more stronger than your foot pipe and your any other pipes in the body. So it is better to start living a regular quality type of a life so that you will be having a better life. There is a lot of information. Okay. Thought record, maybe how to, okay, madam has given an information how to control your mind from unwanted thoughts. So record your thought and restrict your thought is what Dr. Archana is telling you about it. And something, because when stomach is full, it also gives sleep. Yes, I agree with you, ma'am. When stomach is full, it's many people go to sleep in the afternoon because of that. But it is better to give her 2.5 hours. There are times when people say 3 hours also, but I tell minimum 2.5 hours is always better for, because digestion process would have started. All these things are there. So what time do I get up? Each one has a lifestyle. Depending on your lifestyle, you can get up early. There are people who say I get up at 8 o'clock. Then God bless them. They're rajas of the world. They get up at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Their life goes means fantastic, no problem. There are people who are early risers. So what if I'm a late sleeper and is it okay? No problem. But your sleep time has to be comfortable. By 11 to 6 o'clock, you have to really would have slept very well. So beyond that, it leads to a lot of issues. And most probably, madam asked about controlling thoughts. If you have negative thoughts, please look if there is any issues with the sleep. When the sleep is deprived, when an individual is deprived of sleep, all chances of people developing a lot of problems related to the mental health. And the first thing is negativity, negative thought process, and also anxiety. So it is better to think what is my sleep cycle. And also when it comes to thoughts, there are people who are born with so much of negative thoughts. They tell everything negatively. That's a different type of a personality. Then there is so many difference, as you asked. There is negative thoughts and unwanted thoughts. They has to be dealt separately. Of late, if people are talking very negatively and generally getting a lot of negative thought process, that means they are in depression. They are in negative phase where like anything you tell them, they'll find sweep the floor. Oh, if I sweep the floor, I'll not be able to take out the dust. They go to such an extent of negativity. If the negativity is off late or more than 3 weeks, that means the person is having a burnout syndrome, stress, or depression. So we need to understand those things. Keep a track on your family members, on your thought process too. They'll be telling, oh, what is my life like this? If they generally casually talk like that, is okay. But for everything, they have a negativity. You have to start understanding that. Not negative. Yeah, I understand. That's what I'm telling you. If you have unwanted thoughts, and when also there is unwanted thoughts, there are two things. Constant thoughts which is coming constantly, or it's unwanted things, negative thoughts which are coming constantly to the mind. This can be due to two type of personalities. Some of them are OCD personalities where they'll have constant thoughts about only few particular things. So we need to start understanding what exactly can be the problem there. And when it comes to negative thoughts, as I mentioned, there could be possibilities of depression. We can be able to identify these kind of things only by sitting and talking to the individuals. So, but improved lifestyle, feeling of gratitude, positive thoughts, and living in the present, I think helps to get quality sleep. Absolutely agreed with you. Wonderful. That's what I was also trying to tell you. Thanks for your second opinion of it. Really, Abha, thank you. Ma'am, now coming to Padma Madam's question. When you are getting constant negative thoughts, uncontrolled thoughts, individuals have uncontrolled thoughts and they immediately start acting on that. Oh, what if I don't do? I have to do this, I have to do that. That means there is OC, well, call it OC symptoms, unwanted thoughts which are constantly coming to the brain. So otherwise, it's only negative. And off late, if it is not from a long time. You're seeing your negative thoughts coming into your mind now. That means there is something happened. So either ways, it has to be evaluated. It's either ways. Any individual suffering from that, please go meet your therapist or your doctors. That's very, very important. And then coming back to my sleep, if you are not able to sleep comfortably, or you get up and still you're not feeling comfortable, so all these issues are telling you that you have sleep issues. And if you're able to deal with it, I'm telling you now again, before going to bed, do a little deep relaxation techniques. Deep relaxation is deep breathing, as already mentioned by somebody here. Deep breathing. I'm sure 110 episodes, you must have got humongous amount of information. It is time for us to put it into action. So what I would tell you is, stop thinking before going to sleep. Just keep sleeping. That's all. Don't even think anything. Tomorrow they'll get up or not. What if tomorrow world ends or not? God only knows. Let us start seeing the world today. If we don't sleep comfortably, I want to repeat, diabetes is going to come in. Once diabetes sets in, there's a lot of problems, sleep disorders, and then there'll be anxieties, constantly going to pass stools, pass urine, and all that stuff. It becomes very difficult. Hypertension, cardiovascular diseases, heart attacks are possible. So all these things, I'm not trying to scare anybody here. It is just a piece of information. It is not that everybody will be getting it. 92% are not sleeping properly. We don't know what's the world doing. When you're going to sleep and be happy, why be awake and not be happy? Sleep during the night. That's why it's called night hormone. Wake up during the morning and work on your dreams, which are sleep in the night. What happens? If you sleep during the day and start to see the dreams, trust me, it is not centered in your brain. It is not registered in the brain. So you cannot reach your goals at all. You want to reach your goals, sleep in the night. You don't want to reach your goals, you just want to it's like walking on the treadmill. You'll reach nowhere. So if you want to reach your goals, walk on the roads, walk in the path of success. So sleep in the night. I'm repeating, sleep, 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 sleep in the night. There are people who say we have night shifts. So during those times, what happens? You have no choice. Maybe our nights become your days, our days become your nights. So that's when you have to try to change those things and start sleeping accordingly. But still, the beauty of melatonin is during the night only. So even if you're sleeping during the day, maybe put a little curtains and cover your face and sleep and all. Maybe you'll just get 30% of it. Okay, we just can't help it at all. And after some point of time, there are people who say, I want to change my job and all that stuff. During the younger days, it's okay. But after some point of time, you'll not be able to do what you were doing during those times. So when you've realized your immunity has come down, when you realize your body is not supporting, just go back to those lifestyles. Let us go back to our traditional way of living. That's very, very important. It is taught us life very, very beautifully. And sit down, eat comfortably, chew your food, chewing of the cud. That's what they say, chew it comfortably, 20 times chew it. What do we do? I was talking in a college, and there a teacher says, I only chew twice, and 2 minutes I can finish my 2 chapatis. I'm like, oh, God bless you. So 2 minutes noodle life. It's even noodles cannot be cooked on 2 minutes. They just say it on the ads. That's all. So we just imagine the whole food the body really takes so much of extra energy to digest it. So if you're not sleeping comfortably, when the self repair process can be done comfortably, that when we're not doing it, imagine the body has to take so much of stress, and correcting it takes a lot of problems. Correcting it takes a lot of things. So that is the reason, don't take toil on your health when you have it. And when it comes to sleep, if you really sleep comfortably, you are really a very positive person, because your immunity is so very strong. Immunity of the body, immunity of the brain. So the brain is going to tell you, I'm very strong, I can do anything. If you're not even sleeping properly, the brain is going to tell you, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to support in anything. So that's the thing. That's why I'm constantly repeating it. I've been working with sleep issues. I'm also trying to understand and doing research from almost 15 years to understand what's happening. One thing I realized is, you sleep, you are happy. If you don't sleep, you're not happy. And your happiness is in your hand. Your life, your sleep, your hand. So you decide whether you're going to catch it strong or you decide you're going to leave it off and make your life weak. That's totally dependent on your decision. So once you make it strongly that I'm going to be happy, I'm going to sleep very well, I'm going to dream, and in morning I'm going to get up and put my dreams into action. That's when your life is going to be beautiful. So wishing everybody sleep well, sleep, 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 keep sleeping. The world says work hard, work hard, work hard. I'll say sleep, sleep, sleep. Because when you sleep comfortably in the night, that gives you the energy for the day. If you have a 60 years of your life, if people say, oh, you're wasting 20 years sleeping, I'm going to say, listen, 40 years you're working. Why don't you look at that? So 20 years is needed for you to sleep, for have a beautiful life. Thank you all for your patient listening. Thank you for the wonderful opportunity. Looking forward to connect with you all. And you have any doubts, you can ask me. Trust me, you have much more information which I gave. You only have more information to share it with me. I am very, very selfish person. I'll definitely take it and go and spread it to people. And when it comes to one more few questions, when it comes to thought process, negativity and things, so that's all in the mind. We have to correct it on right time. Otherwise, again, our negative thoughts also are going to take our sleep away. So our thoughts of tomorrow, my worries of tomorrow, my thoughts of yesterday, my worries of yesterday, these are the thieves who are going to steal my happy sleep of today. Now we need to understand whether I want those thieves to steal it or not is absolutely my decision. Take it and sleep well tonight, because now, right now, for the past 40 minutes, you were listening to me without sleep. I'm so happy I didn't put you to sleep. But putting to sleep is a different meaning. I didn't make you sleep. But now on, I wish all of you sleep well, be happy, whatever it is, let's move on. Life has to go on positively. For that, we need to sleep comfortably. In the sleep, there is last word P. That means positivity is only related to your sleep. Again, this side. I'm not going from this side, I'm coming from this side. Again, E, there is E. Emotions, control your emotions so that when you have a controlled emotions, your sleep is going to be under control. One more sleep, one more E, energy levels. Your energy levels have to be spent very well in the whole day so that your night goes in a very beautiful sleep. Now coming to L. L is love yourself unconditionally. That's so much that whatever it is, dude, I have to look beautiful. I am going to be healthy, so I will be sleeping very well. And then sometimes selfishness also is really needed. We lead a selfless life in this whole world. Nobody will appreciate you. They will comment if you're alive also. They will comment if you're dead also. So why does somebody else's comment matter? Let's sleep comfortably. Now coming to the word yes. Super is one thing. How it becomes super? Super sleep, your life. Sleep, sleep, sleep. That's all. Thank you so much. Thanks for your patient listening. This is Dr. Padmakshi Lokesh from Bengaluru.
Thank you, Padma. It was a mind-blowing session. We thoroughly enjoyed. Yeah, friends, you can interact with Padma.
Thank you. Thanks to all for your patient listening. And please start giving me information. I want to take it back.
Now, Padma, I want to ask you a question.
Sure, sir.
I am 78.
So you don't even look like that, sir.
No, you look at this.
That's okay. Even I also have. See?
Now, what I'm saying is, I feel very thirsty in the night. Therefore, every time I take water, I take one glass of water, and I have to go to restroom because my bladder is full. Therefore, every 2 hours, minimum 3 times I have to get up, but I can sleep within 3-4 minutes. Every day I sleep by 10 o'clock, 9:30 to 10, but get up at 4:15 because I have to go for my walk, meditation, pranayama, things like that. But this, I cannot avoid taking water and going to restroom. Is it okay?
Is it because you said you sleep back immediately within 3 to 4 minutes?
Correct.
Then it's absolutely okay. No problem.
Because
if you have a problem to go back to sleep, then it would have been a problem. Do you have diabetes?
No, 0.
What else are you asking, sir? I am diabetes myself, so don't even bother about it. Drink and sleep. Drink water.
What is HbA1c yours? Your HbA1c?
My HbA1c 8.
Please remember, Padmakshi, there is a famous person by name Varaprasad Reddy, Shanta Biotech in Hyderabad, which is now taken over by Sanofi. He says Indian conditions up to 8, don't worry. Mine is 6.2. I'm trying to make it up to 8.
That's so wonderful.
Don't worry much about it. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, Subharav, sir. Please.
I don't have much to say because I sleep quite comfortably. I've been within 5 minutes of my hitting the bed, I sleep.
Super, sir. Wonderful.
So
That's
I
why
get
you're,
up around,
that's why you're
around
so
5, 5:30.
handsome. Look at the smile on your face. Good.
Thank you. I go at 10 o'clock, go to sleep at 10, and then get up around 5:30, get into my pranayam, yoga, walk, everything, and I come back. Like Mr. Dinakar Rao, I also have the issue of getting up around 3 hours, have some water, go to washroom, and next couple of minutes I hit deep sleep once again.
Padmakshi, we two are good friends. He's my colleague.
Wonderful, sir. Wonderful. And one more point I'd missed, I would say, if you sleep comfortably, your skin and your hair tone is automatically going to be fine. So if you want to be beautiful in life, don't take pills, just sleep.
And the issue that you said that about what other things about me and all that, see, I always say that what you think of me is none of my business.
Wow, sir. Wow.
No. JS, that is not a proper way to respond. She has given a compliment. You say thank you.
No, I'm not referring
No,
to
he-
what she said.
He
I'm
was
saying
just
about
explaining.
the general statement that quite often people say that, what do they think of me? What do they comment about what I say? All these things. I'm only in that context. I am saying that
I
what you
understand.
think of me is none of my business. It's absolutely free. Try to keep myself free from such kind of comments and other issues. I'm not referring to what Dr. Padmakshi has said.
No
Jyoti
problem,
Makkar
sir.
has raised her hand. Answer, Jyoti.
Yeah, Jyoti Makar.
Ma'am, I tend to fall asleep very easily. Like when I lie down on my bed, I fall asleep within few minutes. But if there is slightest sound in the surroundings, I wake up very easily and then I fall asleep again. So is it normal?
It's,
हल्की से भी
I need,
शोर से मैं उठ जाती हूँ.
don't worry, madam. आपका घर का address भेज दीजिए. I will send you an award. As soon as you go to bed, you sleep means you're a really lucky person. That is really wonderful. Please sleep. But what happens if you feel sound is disturbing you? We generally tell people maybe you can just keep something to cover your ears or something like that, so that not much of sound will be disturbing you. That is not at all a problem. Don't worry at all.
And one more thing happens sometimes, not always, but sometimes, like at night, like if I'm sleeping and I'm in a dream state, I'm dreaming something, and maybe I'm dreaming something terrible or something, and I want to get up, but I feel that I can't get up because it appears that my limbs are paralyzed. I don't know
हाँ.
what it is. मैं उठना चाहती हूँ पर उठ नहीं पाती हूँ, and I feel helpless. That happens
That-
very rarely. Very
there are
rarely.
there are times this is called sleep paralysis, and some of the patients have anxiety. So what happens? Oh, this something happened to me. They'll feel, I want to scream, I cannot even scream because I feel somebody is catching my neck
नहीं
like this.
ऐसा नहीं होता.
Then there are times when many people complain this. Otherwise, they'll feel I could not say anything. I'm very scared and all that stuff. It is not at all a problem. Sometimes anxiety. You would have heard something negative, or you would have thought something negative, or you would have read negative stuff. And when you sleep, those particular times your mind is actually disturbed. That times there are chances of this to be happening. Otherwise, do one thing. On a general note, every day do a 10 minutes of deep breathing and go to bed, and probably this will really help you.
But I'm reciting the name of God the whole day. चलते फिरते उठते बैठते I contemplate on the name of the Almighty. So this should not happen. उससे ये कम हो गया है.
So, as you said, this should not happen. It's not under our control. As you said, you're remembering God, and please continue doing that. That will really help you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, but Dr. Padmakshi, I just wanted to ask you.
Ma'am, you
I'm-
also have my name, Padma. Super. Hello.
Oh, I know, Padma. See, I'm a workaholic and a multitasker. Okay.
Wonderful.
Thing is, that is the cause for my sleeplessness. Why I said unwanted thoughts, this is the reason. Because I plan so much and suddenly if all the things doesn't go well, that disturbs my sleep. So nowadays, what I'm doing is I listen to the music and then try to sleep. Okay, but
I'll tell you. See, you said you're a multitasker and you plan a lot and all that stuff. What happens? You're putting a little extra pressure on the brain because then you must be a perfectionist also. This has to be this way and all that stuff. See, that adds a little pressure. So what happens? Go easy. I'm sure otherwise with your
I'm
experience,
trying
the
to
way
do it, but I'm not able to do it.
that's what. Go a little easy. Tell yourself it's okay. There's something called it's okay. It's okay. I will be able to do it. And stop your work at least 1 hour prior to your sleep pattern. 1 hour prior, because half an hour will not working for you. 1 hour. So that's when half an hour will think of it, and by the time you sleep, you will be half an hour free of thought process. That's when you'll be able to sleep comfortably. Listening to music is wonderful. Please continue doing. And again, half an hour prior to your sleeping, please switch off the lights, dim it,
Yeah.
so that you will be able to go back. So, ma'am, you have really taken the world on your shoulders. Don't worry, it's okay. Still, now it's time for you to sleep comfortably.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Padmakshi. Padma.
You're welcome, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, Padma, madam.
Bye-bye. It was a wonderful session.
Dr. Padmashi,
Thank you.
this is Dr. Venugopal Reddy. I'm a medical doctor.
Namaste,
I've
sir.
been practicing medicine for 50 years. I'm in USA, and your A1C when it is 8, and I think that you are below the age of 40. That is high. What did your doctor say? Because Dr. Dinagar Rao says, okay, go ahead up to 8, and he's trying to increase it to 8. And what did your doctor say, Dr. Padmashi?
He's put me on medicine, sir. He's asked me to reduce to 6.5.
Exactly. That's the point. Not 6.5, below 7. So please don't follow some misinformation. There's a lot of misinformation these days. And some doctors also who want to make quick bucks. In Kerala also, there's one guy, he said, eat all this jalebi, everything, diabetes. You can bring down that one. And yes, please. The social media and other misinformation, some doctors are also there. So that's all what I wanted to say. I have to take a session. I am hosting a webinar, so I'm leaving. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for the information. Thank you.
Yeah. Good evening, Padmakshi. I'm
Good evening,
Jyoti
madam.
Raja here. It's a wonderful session. It's an eye-opener. And you say that all of your seniors are thinking, but this is something which is need of the hour. Everyone should understand actually, because it's a very common problem we are facing it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
And whoever is coming to me for counseling also, I have youngsters and I have old people, same issue, say only sleep is the main culprit for almost all the problem. Okay?
So we say in our local language, Niddhe getto, buddhi getto means if you lose your sleep, you lose your mind.
Of course, yes, because
So-
you won't be active. You won't be active, you won't be doing anything, and the whole day it's actually same thing. Even if my children also same problem. Okay, but now at least after saying so many times, now actually they're following that system. But whoever is coming for counseling, I see most of the people are facing this problem. And recently, yesterday also somebody came, he's saying same thing. Night 3 o'clock he sleeps, and morning and he says, I'm very active at this point of time. Whatever you suggested, I suggested same thing to
Super.
mother, but parents are helpless. They're not listening to the parent. That is another issue.
Because parents are also sitting and watching status of somebody else at the same time.
Exactly.
So
True,
that is what is
true.
happening.
But it's really a wonderful session, and your
Thank you.
energy levels, as you said, in sleep, that energy levels are really high, and it's very
Thank you, thank
positive energy levels you have it.
Thank you so much.
Okay?
And
All
I
the
would
best
like to
to
tell,
you.
thank you, ma'am, thank you. And I also missed, I have this huge desire of addressing 5 lakh people across the globe on mental health, sleep, and anything. In that process, I finished around 2.5 to 3 lakh. Another 2.5 to go. Please support me. I received a world record 1 month ago on mental health awareness. So looking forward to connect. I don't know in which cities you're sitting. Call me to your cities. I would like to come and address the students, the elders, anybody. I don't want to call your older people your elders. You're all 18 plus a little experienced. So that is really lovely to connect with all of you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you, Padmakshi. I think no other interaction. We can go for VOT. Yes, sir. Please go ahead, sir. Dinakara, sir.
It is a great pleasure, Padmakshi, to propose vote of thanks. You're one of the wonderful speakers. You're also beautiful. You're
Oh,
lovely,
thank you so much, sir. As I may not sleep tonight. That's for sure.
and your smile is very contagious and wonderful.
Thank you.
And therefore, on behalf of all the people, elders, youngsters, middle-aged, everything, ladies and gents. And on behalf of Manasa Subakara Mind Center, 5S Creative Arts, and also Yellow Pond Counseling Center, on my personal behalf, though I was not sure whether I can attend the program because my wife is slightly unwell, but I said, let me attend. I'm very happy and thankful to you for the wonderful session you have taken. I hope in course of time, Sunanda will again invite you for some other topic. As you are saying, 2.5 lakhs you have covered. We are going to be contribute for your increasing your tally. You will definitely touch 4 lakhs. Once again, highly thankful to you for a wonderful session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks to all of you once again. Sunanda ma'am,
Yeah,
thank you.
thank-
Thank you, Dinakar sir.
Yes.
Thanks to all of you. We can leave.
Yes, ma'am.